Is anybody awake this beautiful morning? Can you guys hear me? Let me see if I can turn this around. Okay. I hope everybody's doing well. Time is not fluent. Time is definitely not fluent. Whenever you get this, you get this. I want to see if anybody's on. I hope you guys are truly doing well. I'm out here in Mother Nature, Earth Mother, Mother Gaia. I haven't been on for a while, you guys. I've been really busy. Busy bee. um, I'm getting ready to go off grid for a while because there's some videos that I want to upload. I tried to upload some videos and I couldn't upload them. And I also found property, land, okay? I'm going to be putting some videos out, um, some very interesting videos, may I say. There's a lot of things I want to talk about, you guys. I have to be careful the way I word things, okay? Because a lot of people are getting, people that are speaking the truth, I call them truth tellers, truth seekers. Um, I noticed that a lot of times their pages get taken down, okay? And you gotta ask yourself, why is their pages getting taken down? One, because they're speaking the truth, okay? Um, and two is because they're enlightening people, okay? Um, and that is not what they want us to do, enlighten people, okay? Now I want to tell you guys something. Last night I wanted to come on live. Um, I love to see. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna turn the camera around. Hold on. These are young minority men. Okay, they're working out as a group. Um, I love to see that. Okay, we have to come together as a community. Um, and there's a project that I'm working on. It's remember you guys, I told you guys about land. I was looking for land. I think I might have found some land. Okay. um, it's interesting because some people are renting out land, but I don't want my land a rent out land. I want my land, okay? So I can travel, okay? And I found some land in a particular place, very beautiful, very serene, very peaceful, good soil, okay? But there's some videos that I want to get to. There was some videos I didn't finish, okay? There is a part two that I want to do on Cindy Portier. Okay, Cindy Portier. Um, and it's interesting, when I was doing the video on Cindy Portier, I kept hearing a song from another artist, okay? And I thought it was Cindy Portier's song, but it wasn't Cindy Portier's song, okay? So I asked myself, why was I hearing this song, okay? The reason why I was hearing this song is because the person that sang the song that I was singing is Harry Belafonte. Okay, Belafonte sang that song. Remember that song, you guys? Day, yo. Daylight coming, me wanna go home. Daylight coming, me wanna go home. Day, day, yo. Daylight coming, me wanna go home. So I remember doing that video with Cindy Portier, and I kept hearing Belafonte's song. And I was like, why am I hearing this song? Okay. Because Cindy Portier did not sing that song, but uh, Belafonte did. Okay. So they both were from the islands. Okay. So I'm going to little story time. Okay. They both were from the islands. Okay. Now, I didn't understand the relationship between um, Cindy Portier and Belafonte, but now I do. Okay, now I do. When I pulled Cindy Portier's energy, I pulled the magician. Okay, the magician of Hollywood. Okay, the wizard of Hollywood. Um, magician does tricks, right? So he was like the enforcer, okay? Also, not just enforcer, he was into what people would call um, black magic, okay? Um, but it's interesting because Belafonte and Portier, there was a relationship there, okay? And Belafonte came forward during my Cindy Portier reading, okay? And I'm like, why is he coming forward, okay? Now, what I see is there was some kind of relationship there, right? And I'm feeling like intimate, okay? Just saying. Um, not just friends. Hey, how are you doing? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. So I feel like Cindy Portier, I was going to do a part two, okay? Cindy Portier and Belafonte, because I kept hearing yo, daylight coming, me wanna go home, and that is not Cindy Portier's song. That is Belafonte's song. Okay, so there was some kind of relationship there. Okay, and you gotta understand they both have a similar background. They both came from the Caribbean islands. So they build a bond in a relationship, okay? But I think the relationship, because I keep seeing lovers for some reason with these two, okay? And they both were married men, by the way, okay? Um, but I wanted to do the number two on Cindy Portier and Belafonte, okay? Because I feel like there's something there, okay? The reason why is because Belafonte came forward, um, and I kept hearing his song, okay? And it wasn't Cindy Portier's song; it was Belafonte's song, okay? So he was coming through, okay? Um, and I was shown a relationship, okay? Now this with a relationship is interesting because a relationship you can define it in many ways, right? Friendship, lovers, okay, whatever you want to call it. Um, they're both, I think, have crossed on, um, but it's interesting, the dynamic, okay, with these two. Okay. Now I also want to talk about 9/11. Okay, there's a lot of things you guys I want to address. Billy Carson. Okay. Now it's interesting because I was going to do the read. This is going to be everything above the earth. Okay, above the earth. So I was going to do a video on Billy Carson. Billy Carson is very interesting to me because he's talking about things that the knowledge that was already there, but he's shedding light on the knowledge, right? And every time I see him, I feel like he was placed in a position that he's in to talk about what he's supposed to talk about and to target a certain community, okay? Yes, fraud. He is supposed to talk about, they have to get somebody that looks like us, okay, to address the message, okay? Remember when President Obama um, was someone we thought he was? Well, I knew who he was from the get-go, okay? And his lover, Michael, okay? Michelle Obama is a man, okay? So they have to get people that look like us to give the message, okay? And we have to be mindful of this, okay? Yes, Billy Carson is a fraud. A fraud. I'm saying it, okay? Um, I got that right off when I first started hearing him. Okay, now a lot of things he talks about, um, there is legitimacy about what he's talking about. Okay, some of the things he's talking about, I don't believe it is. Okay, I believe it's a distraction. I also feel like some of it is false information. Um, but it's interesting how they get people that look like us to deliver the message. Okay, um, to the African American community. Okay, so we have to be mindful of who we're getting the message from. Okay, the messengers. Okay. Um, And what else do I want to talk about? Oh, 9/11. Okay, you guys. This is interesting. I was going down my feed, okay, and Billy Carson talks about 9/11. Okay, now 9/11 is something that I've always wanted to talk about. But the thing about it is, I had to be very careful how I word my wording. Okay, 9/11. Okay, so this video will be everything under the Mother Earth, okay, or on Earth, okay. But 9/11 is something that I did want to talk about, okay, and I wanted to talk about. So let me talk about 9/11, okay. 9/11, you guys, I have to be really careful how I word my words, okay. Let's just say a lot of things out here are illusion. Okay, people have lost their life, right? um and this video, I've been wanting to do a psychic video for a long time on 9/11 because I feel like um you guys gotta understand, how do planes get past and go through Washington DC, Pennsylvania, okay, Virginia, okay, and not be detected. Okay. Now I know there's civilians, but I feel like there's more to 9/11. I feel like that what we see, um, like they say, is a terrorism attack. Okay. I feel like it was planned. Okay, and I'm saying it. Okay, 9/11. Yes. Now Billy Carson did talk about this. Okay, and he is right about that. Okay. Also, there was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, Epstein Island. It's interesting because you you got to follow the money. Okay. Now, I was looking at who bought Epstein Island. Okay. I know I'm jumping subject to subject because there's so much I want to get out, and so much I'm doing behind the scenes. Okay. So 9/11. Okay, 9/11, I feel like was a lot of people lost their life. If you have family members, I'm sorry. Okay, um, because you guys gotta understand, war is money. Okay, any way you look at it. Okay, war is not about fighting the other opponent. It's about money. Okay, people make money off of wars. Okay, people die off of wars. Okay, and we got to ask ourselves, why are we going to these certain places? Okay, the world thinks we bombed. I believe we did. Okay, just saying. And this is videos for entertainment purposes, and this is all bullshit. Okay, I believe we did. Okay, I believe we did. Now, why did we? Okay, why New York? Why the World Trade Center? Why certain areas? Um, I don't truly know. Okay. Um, Now we got to understand the people that are pulling the strings. They want chaos and confusion. Okay. The television Fantasy Island was the name of Fantasy Island? Yes. You're right, Shave. Okay. Um, I believe that even like with Baltimore, okay, you gotta understand, you gotta look at everything, you guys. The Eastern Island, yes. Okay, so let me talk about at the islands. You guys, Epstein Island was not the first island. Okay, Epstein Island was not the first island. It won't be the last island. You guys, I did a read on a child. Okay, Summer Moon Wells. You guys remember that, right? And I went outside I never forget it. I kept seeing black butterflies. Okay, um, and I seen children, okay, that was trafficked, okay, from Tennessee to um, Michigan, okay. Now it's interesting that I was picking that up psychically because there was an island called Fox something Island in Michigan, okay. The people that it's called Fox Island, okay, Michigan. Google it, okay. They were taking children there, okay. Children were disappearing, okay. Um, that day when I was getting all this information and these downloads of these children that was transferred from Tennessee all the way to Michigan, and there was different stops, okay. Um, Fox Island is in Michigan, okay? Because I couldn't understand what island I was seeing, okay? It was an island in Michigan, okay? There's a couple islands off in Michigan, okay? So you got to understand, Epstein Island is not the only island, okay? This goes deep, you guys, okay? Now, when I'm going down this rabbit hole, right? So Fox Island was an island where there was the guy that owns Ford, okay, his son and him at one time owned that island, okay. This is going to get deep, okay. Now, there was children going missing, I think in the 70s, 80s, okay. Now, it's interesting because it's government, the island is owned by the government and other entities, okay. They don't say the entities' names on certain islands, okay. You guys gotta understand that Epstein Island is not the only island, okay. And then remember I said Epstein's father, okay. Let's go back to Epstein's father. Jeffrey Epstein's father, okay. This is very interesting, very intriguing. Jeffrey Epstein's father was a engineer or scientist, and remember I said that it was something with the dad um, that opened doors for Jeffrey, okay? And I feel like Jeffrey was also highly intelligent in the mathematics, okay? Esoteric knowledge, okay? And the people he hung around, the circle he hung around with. So I think the father actually worked for the government, okay? Jeffrey Epstein's father worked for the United States government, okay? Just saying, okay? Um, yes, okay, let me tell you guys something, okay? So yes, all the people that are going missing in Alaska, yes, you guys, people are going missing all the time, okay? Hold on. Okay, people are going missing all the time. So let me go back to Epstein, okay? Epstein Island is not the first island, okay? There's many islands, okay? These islands have planes that can transport people to the islands from and back to the mainland. They're privately owned, okay? The one in Michigan was owned by the head of Ford's, okay? The guy that owned freaking Ford's, okay? Him and his son, okay? This was in the 70s and 80s, I think, you guys, where there was children going missing, okay? Children, okay? Boys and girls. And some of the people that went missing that weren't taken out are still alive, okay? Still freaking alive, okay? People were paid off with this. The police department in Michigan was paid off because of they had evidence, you guys. I'm telling you, they have freaking evidence, okay? They had bodies, they had people that are still alive, okay? So let me talk about the islands, okay? So there's many islands, okay? Many islands everywhere, okay? So I was digging and digging and digging and digging, okay? Now, it's interesting that Epstein Island, right? The guy that owns Epstein Island, oh, hold on, you guys. Okay.
So they were like calling me like,
Huh. Hold on, you guys. I'm still here.
like every time they smoke a lot, like I would stay there.
Okay. I'm going to have to come back on, but let me make this short because I want to talk more about this. Okay. It's very, very interesting. Okay. So you guys got to understand all the people that came up missing in Alaska. Yes, there's many islands. Okay. Epstein Island was not the first, won't be the last. Okay. There's many, many islands. Okay. So Little St. James, Big St. James. Okay. Now, the people that own, the guy that owns that, owns many islands. Okay. Now, there is also another guy. Okay. I'm going to put their pictures up. Okay. He's actually a CIA agent, you guys. Okay. CIA agent that owns a damn island. Okay. And I'm like, okay, this shit is deep. Okay. So, anyways, the guy that owns Epstein Island now, okay, he bought also the land that Epstein owned in New Mexico because people don't talk about that land that he had in New Mexico. Okay, there was land in New Mexico that Jeffrey Epstein owned. This man bought up all the land of Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, so he was in the circle. They're all in the same circles. Okay, um, but it's interesting that I'm gonna get to this and then I'm gonna come back with a number two. When I was seeing children traffic, okay, to Michigan, okay, going to Tennessee to Michigan, okay, and one of the boys came to me, like at nighttime. You guys remember that video I did, okay? And he was showing me what was going on, okay. He came forward, okay. Um, and I was in tears, okay, because I seen so many children, okay, children that are not here and children that are adults that are still here, okay. Okay, so I kept seeing Michigan. I couldn't understand. Now I understand why I was seeing Michigan. Okay, there is a island called Fox Island. Okay, and there's many other islands. Okay, in the Caribbean, um, in the Americas. Okay, in the Europe. Okay, um, there's different islands that also this is interesting that some of the islands you cannot go on these islands. Okay, they're off limits to civilians. Okay, so you gotta ask yourself, why is these islands off limits to civilians? Just saying. Okay, this shit gets deep, you guys. Okay, real deep. Okay, when I was going down, right, and I was following the psychically, I was like showing what I need to see. And one of the guys that own the island is actually works for the United States government. Okay, a CIA agent. Okay, so my question is, was Jeffrey Epstein's father work a government agent? Yes, he was. Okay, was Jeffrey Epstein? Yes, I believe he was. Sorry, you guys, my allergies. But I will come back one. Thank you for Shavi for joining me and do a part two. Okay, about Fox Island. All right, you guys. Bye.